Secondly, I grew up having the flair to play football as a young boy, playing football in the street. And from there, gradually, I started like even getting into some kind of like, as a young boy, trying to encourage young football players, supporting them in my own little way as an upgrowing or an upcoming prospective football player then.
Yeah.
So, well, I did all that and I got into the University of Ibadan where I studied sociology. So while at the university stage also, we have football competition and other sports competition around the university. So the passion for football continued from there. I was playing for the departmentals, uh, interfaculties, and then gradually, when I was getting into 300 level, some of the players were saying, "Hey, why don't you just try to help us to start recruiting or scouting for players that will be representing the department?" So gradually, I stopped playing departmental football and became more like an assistant coach, helping in the departmental trainings, and then from there, so the passion continued. And a few years after my university, I moved to England. Just for like I stayed in England for close to about a year plus. And coincidentally, I got into a youth football academy there. It was called Valley Park Rangers around Charlton area in southeast London.
London.
Yeah, so I just got there and I spoke to the coach that, hey, I have this passion for football and I wouldn't mind just coming to do voluntary coaching. And they accepted. So I was going for voluntary coaching, but it was strictly for the youths, young football or upcoming players. I saw young footballers there. So after then, there was this urge to like, okay, what can I really do? Because I had an interest to go around every aspect of sports, to be involved in every aspect of sports. So I got to Finland 2007. Yes, I came here to study master's degree in sports management.
Mm.
I got into Finland 2007. I did my master's degree, and just as the flair was still there, I still got into football coaching. So I still got into football coaching. I had a team then, and I was doing voluntary coaching. I was also scouting players from Nigeria for them. I brought a couple of players from Nigeria into Finland as at 2008, 2009. And the coaching trend continued. So these teams were always sending me for coaching courses. So I went for UEFA coaching courses. I became an assistant coach at youth level. At some point, they made me the head coach of a youth academy team here in Finland. And the flair still continued. And being a Nigerian, I try to be creative in everything I do. So once I had the opportunity to like have studies and development, I just went ahead. So I got into UEFA coaching. I also went into a school where I got graduated and also became a licensed sports teacher in school.
Oh.
I got more credentials as a teacher, a qualified trained sport teacher in schools here, a football coach, a sport enthusiast, a sport manager, and it just went on. And even I'm also a football intermediary in Finland. I sat last year. I was duly registered as an intermediary, but because of the trend, how 2020 has been, so I've
Yeah.
just been more like fully into coaching.
Mm.
And
Oh.
from there, I also devised another means to get into goalkeeper coaching. But yeah, the current trend is just like I'm just this type that once that opportunity comes, I don't say no to it.
Mm.
I
Mm.
remember when the teams were saying, yeah, you're actually doing well training young goalkeepers. Can we send you for goalkeeper coaching? I say, yes, of course, I like it. That prompted me, at least for now, I have a UFRC for goalkeeper coaching.
Mm.
So I've been
Mm.
used to like youth development, encouraging young goalkeepers. These are like Finnish nationals, Finnish nationalities, and then I've also mixed like African and. So I just got involved into it that way. And so currently now, I am doing also goalkeeper coaching, assistant coaching, everything that has to do with football.
Hmm. Thank you, Victor.
Yeah.
The immediate question that comes to mind is, what is it about sociology and coaching? Because another sociology graduate is in Thailand coaching.
Yes.
What's it about sociology and coaching?
Wow. Coincidentally, I never knew he did sociology. Then I think there'll be a way to link him up also. Well, how will I say? I think because the concept itself, sociology is about like studying the society, studying about people, human behaviors. So what are those things that keep the society going?
Mm,
For
mm.
example, I wrote my master's degree on like challenges of football as an elite sport in Nigeria, using Nigeria as a case study.
Can let me interject? Can I get a copy of that to read?
I'll try because the hard copy is still in school. So maybe once I get the process done, I can look for a way to even send you maybe like an e-copy.
E-copy. Yes, yes,
Yes,
yes,
I'll
yes.
work on that. I get that. So the thing is just like being like a sociologist, like a graduate of sociology, is like a kind of an innovation. Okay, you get to a society, you are studying the society. How do you survive in such a society? And then what are the things, what are the attributes of your survival in such society? Is it sports? What are the things that any area you're living? Okay, I discovered these people here are interested in like having foreign coaches, especially you are a Nigerian and they know Nigeria has good record when it comes to football.
Football. Mm.
So they believe if you're a Nigerian and then you should be good at football,
Football.
either as a coach or you have some ideas, some innovative ideas into the sport, football as a game.
Mm, mm, mm. Okay. The next question, which comes dovetails to your career, is why don't we see many more African goalkeepers in Europe compared to the outfield players? What is the main challenge?
Yes. You see, this is like some teams. For example, if you move to like a country that is not English speaking,
Yes.
English is not like their first language, that communication between goalkeepers and defenders and other players is paramount.
Mm, mm, mm,
It takes
mm.
time. This is it's just like you bring in like maybe someone who speaks only Italian language to come and be a goalkeeper in a top Nigerian league team. Of course, communication will be a bit different, except he's ready to start learning some of the concepts, some of the little terms of communication, like,
Vision.
okay, you know. So if that communication is not there, it's always difficult to have like African coaches be like top goalkeeping judge because they consider first how do you communicate?
Mm.
How do you fix the problem of communication? So that's why when some players or goalkeepers travel abroad, they can tell them for the first 6 months, apart
Just
from
learn
your
the
training,
language.
go and learn the language.
Mm.
At least learn the basic that
Physics
you can be used,
to
that you can be
communicate.
using to communicate. So that communication is the biggest thing there.
Okay. A follow up on that is, okay. Let us now even talk about English speaking. Let's talk about the EPL. As much as Nigerian players, Kanus, the coaches, Ayegbenis, have succeeded in that league, we've never had a Nigerian goalkeeper in that league.
How would I say? I think it takes a little more time to have that because these teams across anywhere across Europe, across top football playing nations, they want more than 100%.
Mm.
They
But
want
is
more
it,
than yeah.
Victor? Don't you think it is because our players are not well trained in the local league, so they can't just do? There's no need
Yes.
to pick someone from Nigeria to
Now
come
let's
and.
see. Let's see if you check how many top Nigerian teams have got goalkeeper coaches.
I will check and get back to you.
Great. And secondly, how many of these goalkeeper coaches are like, have they been developing Nigerian coaches? Some of these things are what they put in. The same thing applies also. Like when I started goalkeeper coaching, okay, I've been like a head coach. I've been like an assistant coach. I still do like assistant coaching also, despite my goalkeeping, whatever. But what really brought me to goalkeeping idea was like, okay, I started with a young boy who is now 15. I was like an assistant coach. We were two Nigerians heading the coaching crew in a team here in Finland. And I discovered that, okay, this boy has not been given some attention. And my friend was just like, if we're having a game, Victor, I beg, let me warm up this goalkeeper. So, I was giving him gradually. And from there, the boy spoke to his parents and said, I think I like Victor's style. Can he be my goalkeeper coach? So I picked up interest from there. And before you can assume such responsibility, there must be like paperwork to support.
Yeah.
So the team
Yeah.
now said, okay, since this guy is interested in this, hey, can we send you for goalkeeper coaching? So that we'll have you as an assistant coach, and that also
So you
makes
have
you
the papers
qualified.
for.
So that was how it all started. So
Mm.
from there, other kids started coming, young goalkeepers started coming. If I go to any goalkeeper training for screening, once I perform like 1 hour, they tell me, we like your style. Why? Because I'm combining that African blend.
Mm. Mm. And
So
being innovative.
that is it. I'm being innovative. That is just the secret.
Mm.
Because
Mm.
if they are used to like normal, very easy kind of drills, they go home. Their parents tell me, every time they have your training, these kids are sweating, they go home and they sleep easily. So that way, the trend of like, adding the African thing there and then
Yeah.
being
Hard work.
innovative, hard
Yeah.
work. It's
Hard work.
strictly hard work. And to be frank, this is what has been keeping me along.
Mm.
And this is what
Mm.
has actually got me my recent contact, which is like the Premiership team job offer.
Mm.
I
Mm.
got there, I combined the hard work, and they've seen, okay. So it's like, and if for you to be like a top coach, you have to be
Mm.
ready to take on all ages, all age groups. I still have 10-year-olds, 11-year-olds. I do goalkeeper and normal football training for.
Oh. Mm. Mm.
It's
Mm.
like combining every age category and mixing it up.
Mm. Mm. Victor, good. You've taken a journey that most people don't take. So let me put it like that. You are now in Finland. You've told us how you got into football management. Are there many Nigerian players in the Finnish top league?
Of course, there are few. There are few Nigerian players in the top.
Are you in touch with them?
Of course, I keep in touch, and some of them were players that I knew when they were playing at lower league,
Oh, okay.
and then maybe
Uh,
because of their performances, they're a little up there.
okay. Like you now, you're doing very well in Finland. If you were not, Finland is a Scandinavian country where merit is a major thing.
Exactly.
It's not a political association that much, but
Yeah,
they love merit and they die by merit. So
exactly.
for you to have gotten to where you've gotten to, you've done something. And what I've learned is that success can be replicated if you follow the
Yeah,
steps of the
that's
person.
true.
So that's why I'm actually talking to you so that other people in Nigeria can see, and if they want to undertake such a journey, they can follow the steps you've taken.
Exactly.
Now, we come to where we don't like to talk about. When you've been in Finland, can you compare the Finnish league and the Nigerian league?
It's a big one.
Mm.
It's really, really a big one. You see, Nigerian league structure. First and foremost, you check on the structure, and then marketability. What is the marketing structure? Check any good Nigerian league and call their own aspiration is to just go out there and even play for a team that pays them even 200 euros a month. Why is that so? Finland league is well organized, it's well structured, the standard is there, the quality is also there. It might not be compared to like Spanish, EPL, but the fact is like, okay, they have like a kind of a concrete arrangement for everything they are doing, as
Mm.
from the lowest cadre to the highest. And there's only this transition. Like every top team has got an academy team, they have lower age teams. So gradually they structure it in a way that if you are 10-year-old They have a structure that you can still play up to the senior team level
Mm.
if you
Mm.
follow that structure. But how
Mhm.
many teams in Nigeria have got this structure? How many top professional league teams have got this structure where they have academies for like 10-year-olds, 15, and they also play competitive league games at that
Yes,
age
that
structure?
level.
So
Mm.
that is the structure that really shows all this difference.
Okay, is it rocket science? Why are we not doing it? That's the question we
Well,
always
I
ask
wouldn't know.
ourselves.
The thing is, for the typical football structure in Nigeria, everyone wants to be his own boss.
Mhm.
If
Mhm.
someone is having an under 15 set of players and you go to him and say, yeah, I have this contact, let your players come and play in this other team, they'll tell you, no, no, no. If you're not taking them from me directly, they don't go anywhere. So check on the management also. Abroad, like in Finland, for example, if a regional youth team is not really producing the results they want, you can have like 2 or 3 teams
Merge.
merged together. One is for the interest of the young player. So when these teams merge together,
They
they
get better.
can, yeah, they get better and they can put up a name like ABC Academy,
Mm.
affiliated to one of the top from premiership teams here. So that is how it works.
Mm. Mhm. Okay, I will not belabor you with the Nigerian challenge. All of us know what that is. Let us talk a bit about racism.
Yeah.
What is your take on this? Having been abroad for almost 17 years now, I think.
About
What is your take?
well, I, let me talk from the sociological perspective as a student of sociology. Now, in every society you live, it's not possible for everyone to be equal.
True.
And then the society also defines the terms of social indifference or social difference. At what category do you see yourself as like not equal to this person? It could be in terms of race, color of skin, level of education. I can vividly tell you that even, for example, in among Africans in diaspora, there are some Africans you see who are like West Africans. Once they hear you are from Nigeria, they become skeptical about you. They don't want to associate themselves with you. If you are in a work environment, when you have some people from, they want to like have people of the same country working together somewhere. But once someone from another country comes, you become like, hey, he's an outsider. We don't want him. So the idea of racism, yeah, it exists, especially even among the sports circle. It exists, but your ability to like uh, convert this negative influence to your own positive energy is what works out for you.
Hmm.
I'll give you an example. When I moved into this country newly, I came in here as a student.
Yeah.
Then some people were telling there's no how you do it. You can't ever get to that status quo where you think you ever get. That is a typical an average African telling me. But if you are ready and you feel like, okay, I know what I have, I know what I can do to develop myself to that stage, just get more educated, get more. I've been to some interviews with some teams some years ago. I know what they tell me. Sorry, we can't pay you. Why? Because even like the so-called club chairman doesn't even have the qualification of what you are tendering on table. And so for some of them, they look like, how come this guy has this? Let's see
Hmm.
who actually this guy is.
Mhm.
Like one of the jobs I just got recently was like, okay, I told the management I have master's degree in sports management. I have a bachelor's in sociology. They think like, okay, a sociologist, a sport manager. I have UEFA license coaching,
Sensitive.
a UEFA
Hmm.
license coach. I'm also a qualified sports teacher in
Teacher.
school. And also, I'm a goalkeeper coach. And they were like, let's see who this guy is. Because some of them will tell you vividly, all these things you have as an individual, a lot of the top shots in this country don't have.
Don't have it. Hmm.
So they want to see what is that thing that
What
makes
does
you.
it? Yeah. Yeah.
So they want to see you. And once they see you, it's also good for the profile of the team that you are working for. because they always check the names. Okay, what are the star players they have? Okay, who is this guy? They check and they okay, this is quality. That's it. So the challenges is like just be ready. It's everywhere.
Mm,
It's
mm.
everywhere. If you go to Nigeria, for example, you go to some places. If you don't speak a particular language, they see you
Yep,
as an outsider.
yep, yep.
So talk less of if you are like abroad. Okay, you live within their own territory. Just look for a way to like get what you can get in terms of positive energy and use that to develop yourself because your individual development can take you to somewhere that no one will even believe you get there tomorrow.
Mm.
And just be ready to take risks. The last job I got, it was just a risk I took. I just sent a few messages on email and they said, okay, come for trials. They had over 10 goalkeeper trainers plus me, 11. And I did my thing, and under 40 minutes, they were like, I think we're going to take this. That's it. And with the favor and everything, just try to be professional in whatever you do. Anywhere you are, develop yourself.
Oh yes, hard work and diligence.
Exactly.
Yes. Okay. On a funny note, how have you been dealing with the cold in Finland?
My brother, I've been here for over 12 years. And you see, even if you're in Nigeria, if you don't wear clothes and you go outside, of course you get cold. You catch cold, you catch any form. So it's like the way you dress.
You just do the appropriate clothing.
Just appropriate clothing and you are ready, you are good to go anyway.
Yeah. Okay. Many people will not agree with you. My wife will not agree with you. Even in California, she had to be wearing socks and all that. Even in
Yeah,
California, so
yeah, yeah,
some people will not agree with you. Okay,
yeah.
so let's move on to the present. Tell us about this new contract and about this your new team, so that Nigerians can understand one of their
Okay,
own. Yeah.
yeah, well, the team plays in the Finland professional top Premiership league for women. And currently, I'm not 100% sure if I'm allowed to like start giving out names or things like that. But it's just a tip, and they are currently second on the table.
Wow. Okay.
And then
Okay.
at least it's a team that I've actually been hoping to get something to do with because at
Mm.
least most of the teams here at that level are highly organized. They give you the opportunity to develop yourself as an individual. They tell you the trainings they want to send you to and then things like that. So it's been like a very great achievement from the very
For
first
you.
day I got. And actually, I got there not even knowing the team I was in.
Mm.
So it was when I got there, I came back and I called a friend of mine in Germany who's also a coach. Like, I went to this team. He said, Ore, what are you talking? Don't you know the team you went to? That is the second biggest team in that female team in that country for now.
Is it in Finland?
He said, Finland. Yes.
Okay.
I was like, really? He said, yeah. Then, of course, I went on net. I got good information and I saw that, okay, I think it's a nice idea to try to get into. At least
Mm.
there are certain teams that even if you work there once a week, you have that potential of like, man,
On your
one of
CV.
the
Mm.
in your CV. Exactly, that is the point. Once you have that in your CV, then you are ready to talk to
Anybody. Mm.
anybody.
Mm.
Yes.
Mm.
So,
Mm. Okay. This is good to hear. So let us look a little bit into your future. What are you dreaming of becoming? What is your ultimate goal as a manager? What do you want?
yes. My ultimate goal is to be a sporting director.
Okay.
Basically, I want to like have a link to start with a Nigerian team based in so that
Mm.
we can also share these ideas, this expertise, this connect and everything. Let me bring some of the ideas I have here back home. Let's put it into practice and let's see how we can like interwoven ideas. So it
Mm.
has always been like I want to be like a sport manager who is like a sporting director. Just give me an opportunity to fix everything, like the coaching staff, player recruitment, team administration,
De- Development at the youth stage and all that.
Especially the youth stage.
Development.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
So if you are called in now for, let's say, the under 17s, would you heed the call from Nigeria?
Why not? That's my home. That's my country, and it's always my aspiration to like one day have something to do with any apart from Nigerian national team, well organized teams in Nigeria. For example, I can give you an example. We have very good young players here of Nigerian and Finnish origin who are playing top league football and very young age. I'll give you a name later. Maybe you check about it.
Okay.
David Eze, 15-year-old. David Eze.
Yeah.
15-year-old. Is a striker. Yeah. He plays for HJK. They call it Oyiko.
Oyoko. Rijeka. Yeah.
Yes. That guy, that young boy, he's been one of the biggest and like highest goal scorer in most of those youth leagues. He has played against top teams. And what is he always telling his dad? Tell Victor, I want to play for Nigeria.
Okay, so now this is now a favor because for me this is a favor. Yes. Can I talk to the boy's dad, who is, and arrange an interview with him? If he lets the boy talk, let him talk. But for me, that will be the next stage. Your help, using your help, I can get all these Nigerian people into the news and get them in front of the people who make decisions in Nigeria. So we can start our own process of making things better instead of waiting for these administrators to do that.
Exactly. Sure, of course. I'll speak to his dad. If we had this interview like on a Saturday, we're actually all at a party on a Saturday. Well, I'll speak to his dad, and we'll get the boy's timetable also, because he goes to school. So probably anytime he's free, or I'll try to know his schedule so that if they're having games over the weekend, if I'm not having games to attend, I'll give you a feedback about that.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Victor. Okay. Are you married?
Of course, yeah.
Okay. So I know most people don't want their spouses in the media.
No. Mine doesn't even like it.
But you can just tell us about her, and then it's a complete picture we have of you. We're not putting a picture or anything.
Yeah, my wife is from Finland.
Okay.
She has been so supportive in my career. She's this type that is always telling you, hey, if one team is not giving you offers what you want, don't worry, the big one is coming. It's the type that she doesn't mind me even leaving the house from 8 in the morning or 6 in the morning, coming back 12 p.m. All she'll ask me is, how was the training? How was the game?
Okay. How long have you been married?
Well, it's about 7 years.
Oh. Children?
Well, of course.
How many children do you have, sir?
I show you a sign.
Okay. Do you have a boy who you are thinking will become a footballer in future?
I have a 7-year-old son, and he has been playing in academic football. But at the earliest part of the year, he just like, maybe let him try another sport.
He switched.
Yeah, he switched. But at the same time, he still have the passion for football. So maybe with time again, we're just giving him like a break.
Yes.
Yeah, of course.
Victor, it's been a pleasure.
I brought some basketball kits from Finland Basketball Federation because I want to get into all aspects of sports.
Yes.
So trying to develop also. In past years, I've been bringing football kits from Finland. I go to youth academies in Lagos. I just give them out. Boots, jerseys. So last year I brought basketball jerseys from Finland Basketball Federation. So we just gave it out to some young ones who were playing basketball around the Lupeju area and things.
Thank you so much, Victor.